Well, at least the company is putting the first W back in WWE. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, I understand they want a live show emanating from Australia, but geez, that's 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Pacific. You have to be a hardcore fan to stay up that late or get up that early. And I'm not that hardcore. So I'll be watching via tape delay on the WWE Network for this historic pay-per-view, which they really need to rename because it seems that they're only on the WWE Network these days. But whatever. Here's my official, unofficial, official picks for Super Showdown. Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus Kevin Owens and Elias. Cena. I know I've heard that name somewhere. Oh yeah, he's the comedy film star who thinks he's still relevant in the WWE just because he won the same number of world titles as Ric Flair. And Lashley, isn't he the guy that left 10 years ago only to fail at MMA? Now they get to see what the NXT crowd was talking about 5 years ago. Yippee. But I'm guessing the old crones have a bit more in the tank. I'll pick Cena and Lashley and pray this is the last time we see Cena until he hosts WrestleMania. Asuka and Naomi against the Iconics. So this is what the Empress of Tomorrow has been sunk to, eh? From nearly 3 years undefeated to acting as a pusher for these two Aussie trash talkers. And Naomi isn't much different. To think she won a women's title in her hometown at WrestleMania a few years ago. But you know what? This is the Iconics' home field, as it were. And as they're the only Aussies on the roster that I know of, how can I pick against them in their hometown? I'll take Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, nauseating as that may seem. The Shield versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. Will he or won't he? Will Dean Ambrose, the only member of the Shield without a title, turn on Universal Champ Roman Reigns and Intercontinental Champ Seth Rollins? No, please. If that was the case, Rollins and Reigns would have dumped Ambrose as soon as he won the U.S. title years ago. But what really happened in the months Dean was out? Did Seth and Roman at least send cards? What does Strowman and Raw Tag Champions Ziggs and McIntyre want with the Lunatic Fringe anyway? Didn't they already try the League of Nations years later? Years before, I mean? Will Ambrose flip? I doubt it. At least not during the match. When the Dogs of War win, like I think they will, that's another story. Raw Women's Champ Rowdy Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins versus the Riot Squad. I've been hearing a lot of people saying Rousey was handed the title by management, but I respectfully disagree. At least she fights on Raw, unlike a certain other ex and hopefully future UFCer. Now, the Bellas have only been back for a little while. One is still working off just a little baby fat, and the other is getting over blowing off Cena. Meanwhile, Ruby is back from several months off, and her comrades, well, they kind of suck. I swear, this and the Cena Lashley match are snooze fest, but I guess I'll choose Rousey and the Bellas. Ruby may be tough, but not tougher than the Champ and the Wonder Twins. Number 1 contendership for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Alright, this deal between former NXT contender and his pro has got to end. Why it didn't end at SummerSlam or Hell in a Cell is still beyond me. All I know is someone had better be in Bryan's corner or The Miz will find a way to cheat his way to a win. But then again, as I said before, that Bryan being WWE champ would not be a good idea, at least not now, anyway. Maybe WrestleMania will be his comeuppance. As much as I hate to think it, I think The Miz will get the three-peat on Bryan and will face the champ at Crown Jewel. Stay tuned for whom I think the champ will be. Cruiserweight title. Cedric Alexander defends against Buddy Murphy. If you didn't see the title match that they had on 205 Live a few months ago, check it out. It would be an instant classic, if it was on Raw, that is. As it is, not too many people did see it, not even in the arena that night. Still, it was a great match, and one that should have been done in Saudi Arabia had Murphy kept to his diet. Cedric is close to breaking Neville's record for longest Cruiserweight Championship reign, but I don't think he'll make it. It's time for fresh blood in the lighter weight ranks. Winner and new champ, Buddy Murphy. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day versus The Bar. Now, look, there's a reason you only see 3 teams in the rankings below me. And truth be told, there should only be 2. And these 2 teams are getting stale. Oh, they're entertaining, no doubt, but I'm getting tired of them. Sanity needs to come back and wreak havoc on everyone. And they need to bring the Usos and the Club back into contention fast. Anyway, I still think Sanity is the future of this pitiful tag team division on SmackDown until the Bludgeons return. And Paige is so not going to pit them against Sheamus and Cesaro. So sadly, we'll have to endure the New Day being champs for a little longer. SmackDown Women's Championship rematch. Becky Lynch defends against Charlotte Flair. Again, I'll say it. Charlotte had no right to be in that match at SummerSlam. And I, among many others, were glad Becky got off her arse and took the Queen down a few pegs. And I know I chose Charlotte at Hell in a Cell, and man, did Becky surprise me. Then she did it again by blowing Charlotte's handshake off. I know she turned into a female Sheamus, but I guess I was expecting Becky to take Charlotte's hand, yank her in, and clock her with the belt. Then she'd be a real female Sheamus. She better show that kind of ferocity in this match, or I won't be able to believe her. Becky Lynch will retain, though. WWE title match, no disqualification or countout. The third go-round betwixt AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Has it been that long since we had a home invasion angle in the WWE? I guess with mass shootings happening every other month, a man skulking around another man's house is pretty tame these days. And man, does Samoa Joe ever sell it. Not hard to believe he started as an enforcer for Triple H. He's been a regular ass his entire career, from Ring of Honor to TNA to NXT to Raw and now to SmackDown. Someday he will be a champion again, just not this time. You threaten someone's family, especially a Southern man's family, you'd better prepare for the consequences. And since shotguns can't be brought on airlines, thank God, Styles will have to let his fist do the blasting for him. Winner in a bloody outcome, AJ Styles. Finally, one last time, The Undertaker with Kane in his corner versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels in his corner. And for the love of all things holy in pro wrestling, let this please be the last time we see either of these men in the ring. Look, I'm not saying these two can't still put on one hell of a show when they have to, but the point is they shouldn't have to. But I guess that since this is an historic event, it needs an ultimate historic showdown. So we get the 49-year-old COO fighting the 53-year-old dead man walking. And by their sides are the Heartbreak Geriatric and the mayor of Knox County. Never mind the ring. I hope the competitors can hold up. All joking aside, this should be an awesome match, one for the ages. And while I think the ultimate winners will be the fans at MCG, I'm going with Triple H this time. Sure, Undertaker's beaten Hunter the last 4 times they met one-on-one, but as Taker would tell you after WrestleMania 30, all good things must end. And those are my picks. Only time will tell if they're super or not. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.